Hey guys, John Engel here, and you might be wondering why I'm wearing pajamas. Well, quarantine. So, seeing that I haven't been able to make a video on what I was going to, I thought I'd give a quick update of what's going on in the garage. And have a quick drink. Ah, that's good. Roll that beautiful bean footage. So there's a lot going on in the garage, and there's a lot of projects that need to be done. And quarantine has really helped with trying to get these started. The worst thing is I am now on 24/7 baby duty, which means it's very hard to work on a car, watch a kid while they scream. And it sounded like a good idea at the time, but it doesn't. And duct tape is obviously not an approved method for quieting a child. Who would have known? So let's start upstairs. You guys remember that I put in the stop leak for the Jaguar. Well, the Jaguar is now leaking somewhat again, and I've been told by others that you have to keep putting this product in. Not exactly what I thought, but we're going to continue to watch and to see how the leak progresses, and then when it is time for an oil change, we'll decide if we're going to put anything else back in it or if we're just going to let it leak. The Bentley has been doing great. I've been using that. That's actually one of my preferred apocalypse vehicles. And the moped has caused nothing but problems, seeing that it is no longer starting for me, and I've taken it apart to try to figure out what's going on, and I've lost a lot of interest in even playing with it. So I think for now we'll go down to the basement garage. Down here everything is hooked up to battery maintainers. Not that other word that gets me cease and desist letters. I do have a project for the Corvette that is going to happen. It's a Vet Nuts double din display console with a Pioneer head unit. I've got all of this laid out. And then over here I also have the full oil change setup for the F430. And there's a lot more to this one than just doing a standard oil change. And when I say a lot, it's like 2 other ports that you have to open up. There's a bunch of filters and mesh liners to make sure. I don't know. The more expensive cars you get, this seems like the harder it is to do a damn oil change on it. It really shouldn't be that way, but it is, so we're going to have to tackle that eventually as well. Other than that, down here in the basement, everything is kind of going normal. I've got everything hooked up. I really want to take out my Cobra R and have a little fun with her, but I've just been really lazy and not really looking to do anything with it. That's a great segue into the extended garage, which is a beautiful space, and I have loved that I built this, but it's time that I start doing some of the electrical on it, seeing that it has absolutely no lighting in here. We've already got the spindle and ready to go for electrical. I've bought lights and they should be in sometime by the end of this week. So it will be time to move all of the cars out of here and be able to start doing some of the electrical, which will be great. Now, while we're talking about the cars that we have in here, I think that we need to talk about 3 cars in particular. The first is the BMW Z3M. I'm not looking forward to saying this, but it is the first one up on the chopping block, and not because I want to get rid of it the most, it's just ready to go. There's nothing wrong with it. If somebody bought it today, they could get in it, drive it, and have no issues. So I have been actively trying to sell this, though I will tell you with the whole apocalypse going on, car sales right now have declined. And to the point that I think if you are somebody that is in the market for a car, I'd hold out a little bit longer and I'd let car prices drop even more. I think that we're going to go through another recession, kind of like what we had in, 2008 or 9? And I think that you're going to be able to get some really great deals on cars. So, am I going to sell this for a reduced and cheap price? No, I'm going to sell it for what I think it's worth, and if it doesn't sell, I'll keep it. So that brings me to my next 2 cars. I've got the Jaguar XKR and I've got the Prowler. Both of these are for sale. Now the Prowler I would probably like to get rid of first out of the BMW, the Jaguar, and the Prowler, just because it's worth the most and I'm not using it and it would free up some space to purchase something else. So this one will be for sale very shortly. The Jaguar XKR I love, I just am not using it, and that kills me. Having a kid, I now need a four-door vehicle, and I'm using that X-Type upstairs. I'd really like to sell the BMW, the Jaguar, the Prowler, and the X-Type, buy what I would consider a fun car for me, and then a more fun daily driver to drive her around in the four-door vehicle. So I've been looking at four-door vehicles as well, trying to figure out what it would be that I would get, and I'm still on the fence about a whole bunch of things. I am looking at the Porsche SUV. I think that that would be a good all-around car for me, and also I think that she would fit in it very well, so we'll have to see how that goes. Also, like I said, prices right now are coming down. So if I can find something for a steal, like I was looking at a G-Wagon, they're coming down for the older models as well. Might be the time to pick up a G-Wagon. Who knows? Back into the garage here, I've got all of my Mustangs in the back row there, and they're all on chargers, and I just periodically move them between the chargers that they're on. They're all doing great. I'm not looking to sell any of those. I do need to work on my 96 Cobra. It needs a full paint job. It also could use a minor restoration, and it's been in the family so long that it deserves absolutely that. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. Now, I mentioned that my Bentley Continental was one of my favorite quarantine cars. The Humvee has been my favorite. I drive this thing around so much lately. I absolutely love this vehicle. It has no reason, but with the quarantine, people move out of your way when they see the Humvee coming down the road. I don't know if they think that it's some special unit coming in from the military and they move out of the way so that they can make sure anybody that's quarantined is supposed to stay quarantined, but it gets a lot of looks. Kids love it, adults hate it, and I just love driving this thing around. It is so much fun to me. I really got to drink more. Okay, so that's a quick wrap up of the garages and all of the projects that I have upcoming. One of the things the quarantine has definitely done is relaxed my outfits. And as you can tell, I'm in pajamas instead of a suit. So that's kind of nice. I can have a drink whenever I would like it, and I enjoy that quite a bit. I do miss socialization. I miss car meets. I miss going out and being able to just drive these things around, which is one of the only things left that you can do. I can take the cars out and drive them around, which I do from time to time. The biggest thing is to follow the rules. I want this to be over as quick as you want it to be over. I want to get back to working on my cars and easily being able to go to work and socializing with my friends. So we need to make sure that we adhere to the advice of what's going on, which is shelter in place or stay at home as much as possible. Limit your interactions. Clean with Clorox wipes to make sure that everything is disinfected, and make sure that you stay safe during this time. Anyway, thought I'd get a video out to you guys to make sure I keep consistent with my once-a-week videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. We'll catch you next time. I need more drink.